how does like a CMO who's hearing into this podcast think of how do I, if I've never done a influencer program as part of my marketing mix or my PR mix kind of a thing, how should they go about starting off on their journey of looking for an influencer program?
Great question. For me, I think it's who the audience is.
Right.
So influencers, we've gone through different stages of them obviously coming to the forefront and being incredibly important, and they are in our kind of toolkit. But it's not just gifting them and expecting coverage. What we have to do now is be more clever with how we're using them. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. But what are we using them for this month? What objective are we trying to meet?
Right.
One of the things that brands think is, well, I'm just going to give them loads of free things. But what we do very carefully rather is look at how we can craft the right messages for that month and that particular activation.
Right.
Rather than thinking about it a blanket of the year, we're going to allocate 10 influencers per month. Okay, great. It's wonderful that you're going to do that. What are we giving them in return? But also, what are our expectations, or actually more importantly, what are our expectations of them? Now, we also do a lot of spoon feeding with key messages. If we want them to cover on our behalf, we want them to review a product, review a location, experience a workshop, we need to give them the key messages so that they're delivering to the brand with the right tone of voice, with the key words and within those key messages. Because I've seen a lot as influencers have come to the forefront where they have done a rubbish job, but they'll say, well, you only asked me to do 5 stories, I've done 5 stories. We're having to guide them a lot more. So the biggest thing I would say is look at what are they doing this month and what's this month's objective rather than a blanket approach, and tweak that. Maybe we want them to attend an event. Maybe we want them to experience the latest product in the range. Maybe we want them just to communicate something's happening. There's lots of different ways to use them, as I say, in the nicest possible way, but to get the objectives out there.